I'm trying to teach this guy about life and he's sleeping. Unbelievable. Fancy seeing you here. Okay, so I know I've been MIA for like 4 or 5 months. Shit has gotten real for me. First of all, I moved. Second of all, everyone, meet Giovanni. I'm a father.
I am your father.
It's been a really long 4 or 5 months. I've been a little busy, all right? Having a child. That being said, we finally got him on a schedule, and your boy is back.
He's back!
Am I back with curly hair content? No, not today, but it's coming. Look who got the curly hair. This guy's gonna be a curly-headed stud. You're welcome. Daddy knows a lot about curly hair, because he's crazy. I've missed you guys. I've missed YouTube. I'm like, it's time to get my ass back in gear. Really lost momentum here. Moving into a new home, having a newborn, a full-time job. The whole adulting thing. Stay a child as long as you can, okay? I'm 33. I've been through a lot of shit. I'm married. I've lived all over the country, traveled to other countries. Now I have this baby. I thought I'd make a video aimed at advice I'd like to tell my son, just in case anything happens to me before he can actually understand words. Before we get there, let me start by saying, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, hit the subscribe button. I do a ton of shit. I can't pick a niche. Whatever. Kind of wing it and just hope for the best. Sometimes I'll post a hair tutorial. Sometimes I'll post a vlog. Sometimes I rant about the life lessons that I've learned in my 33 long years of life. Now that that's out of the way, lately, I can't stop thinking about the kind of advice I'm gonna have for this guy and how to make sure that I raise a decent human in this awful world. I'm from the day and age where parents used to hit their kids. Not like beat the shit out of, but you know, just a good slap. Fortunately for you, I believe that those things are frowned upon these days. Before I get into the tips, I gotta secure this guy a little bit better. All right. Also, I'd like to apologize in advance. He is teething, so he's gonna be probably sucking on this thing the whole goddamn video. Tip number 1, okay? Confidence is subtle. You don't need a 90-day plan. You don't need cold plunges or podcasts that have ex-MMA fighters or carnivore cult members yelling at you being the alpha male. Those people need to shut the f up and lay off the pre-workout. That's not confidence. That's brain damage, in my opinion. Real confidence is quiet, okay? It's subtle. Shutting up when you don't know something. It's saying, yeah, you know what? I could be wrong. Don't act like you're the smartest person in the room, even if you are. Actually,
especially if you are.
Because no one likes that guy. Which brings me to tip number 2. I need to stand up because he's getting antsy. Reading a room. Reading the room is a lost skill. People used to have instincts. They knew when something was off, okay? Now we all have our heads glued to our screens. Any room I walk into, I clock everyone. Quit glancing eye contact with every mother in that room. Mainly because I'm always looking for an exit in case of a mass shooting. I also clock the vibe of everyone, right? You want to match the vibe. I don't care what anyone says, no one likes the loudest guy in the room. If you're the loudest guy in the room, you need therapy. I know, because I was the loudest guy in the room once. And then I realized I needed to shut the fuck up. At the end of the day, be a decent human being in any scenario. Awareness is the key. You need to be aware of everyone and everything around you. Listen, you ever meet those people who just
Talk and talk and talk.
giving them absolutely nothing? No nods, no laughs, just that polite, like, hostage face. You're inching towards the bar and they're like inching with you mid-sentence. How do they not feel it? How are these people not aware? Don't be that person. Listen, at the end of the day, there are 2 kinds of people in this world, okay? The ones that read the room and the ones who treat every room like it's their moment in the spotlight. They show up with opinions, unsolicited facts, way too much energy. Okay, so shut the hell up and eat the dip, Greg. How you doing, bud? Listen, it's as important to read the room physically as it is digitally, especially these days. And in this economy, in this state of the world, posting a photo of you on your yacht, another trip to Ibiza, isn't exactly what people need to see. People want real shit, which is exactly what's wrong with the digital world. Listen, I'm glad for you, and I don't want to sound like the guy that hates happiness. 80% of the population is struggling in some sense, mentally, financially, whatever it may be. Delete your account. I think we can sit again. I'm sweating. Why am I sweating? Maybe it's because you're like having a furnace strapped to my chest. Procrastination causes anxiety and depression, all right? Everyone has anxiety and depression, especially these days. It's up to you to figure it the fuck out. Words anxiety and depression are tossed around pretty loosely nowadays. And I mean, listen, understandably, I'm not saying everyone's wrong, but also our grandparents' generation are like rolling over in their graves right now. If I tried to tell my grandma that I think I was depressed, she'd say, try living through the actual depression. Big pussy! You're fine. Maybe we're all actually, I just don't know, maybe overstimulated, so put the phone down. I don't think humans were ever supposed to have this amount of chaos beamed into our brains. So many things beeping and screaming at me.
We're overcooked, guys.
I was born in 1992. Not quite a millennial, not quite Gen Z. I'm stuck in this weird in-between where I identify with both generations, but also neither. Okay, my generation, oh, bro, you good? My generation remembers life before all this technology. An easier time. Like this video if you remember the floppy disk. He's got a lot to say. He wanted to be out of that thing. So if anyone understands anxiety and depression, it's definitely us 90 kids. And now his generation, I don't even know. Like, y'all. All that being said, there are ways to combat anxiety and depression that isn't popping pills every morning and spending a shit ton of money on therapy. First of all, limit the amount of news that you expose yourself to daily, all right? It's important to know what's going on, but also good to know when enough is enough. Second, stick to a schedule and be accountable. If you say you're gonna do something, do it. The only thing a man has is his word, okay? And the more you break your word, the more the universe decides you're not worthy of the greatness that you can achieve. Not doing something that you feel like you're supposed to be doing and just letting things kind of fester and linger over your head, that causes stress and anxiety, okay? If something takes 5 minutes or less, just do it when you're thinking about it, all right? One respectable act a day, that's it, and you'll start to feel better. Start a list, check shit off. Also, for the record, stress will murder you in your sleep. So, everyone needs to relax before the stress kills us, okay? Because stress is gonna kill us before the thing that is actually supposed to kill us gets the chance. Log off, take a nap, go work out, have some alone time, and if all else fails, lie on the floor and do what my dad used to call a gravity drill. You hit the floor, and you don't move or speak for about 30 seconds. I still hit a good gravity drill to this day. Great, moving on. No one else will up your whole day and cause severe mental distress, having expectations for people and situations. Just don't. The more I've had expectations, the more I've been disappointed. So why have any expectations at all? All right, people always say live in the present. And what they mean by that is stop thinking about the things that haven't happened yet. Dwelling on the things and people that have disappointed you in the past because they're robbing you of your happiness now. Every second is another second closer to death. Now there's a quote. You can always hope for the best, but don't expect anything because hopes and expectations are two different things. Don't expect people to treat you how you treat them. No one is coming to save you. Only have expectations of yourself. Is he sleeping? My advice, put him to bed. I'm sad he's asleep for this one because I really want him to hear this one. Be careful who you follow on social media. There are so many people on social media that make me lose all faith in humanity. Curate your feed, all right? Use the dislike functions. Get rid of any content or people that make you feel like trash. Evict them from your feed. Unfollow. Even if you think you're not being influenced, you are, okay? No one's above it. It doesn't matter how smart, skeptical, or self-aware you think you are. The algorithm will eventually find your weak spot and whisper sweet nothings into your brain like a Russian whore in a strip club. I'll include myself in that, okay? Thank you very much. If you subscribe to me and you find yourself constantly pissed off, offended, or spiritually itchy after listening to me ramble, close the tab, block me, move on. I'm not the Messiah. I'm just some asshole with opinions and an internet connection. So here's the rule. Be careful who you follow and let in your head. Masculinity means a lot of things these days. I do think men need to feel like men. It's not that complicated. A little toxic masculinity is okay. Having some goddamn pride in yourself. You know, how you look, how you act, how you treat people. Especially that last one. We should be able to fix a tire, cook a steak, hold a baby, apologize when we're wrong, mow the lawn, all right? As a homeowner now, I can say that, okay? Have some sort of etiquette for your neighbors. Go to a dinner party, bring some wine. There's only one piece of bread left at the table. Ask if anyone else wants it before just grabbing it, okay? Don't go into hostile situations looking for a fight. Look for ways to diffuse it. People will cut your head off these days. Seriously. And learn how to say no without feeling bad about it. And find something you love, like me. Making YouTube videos is the most manly thing, but you know what? I love to do it, so I really don't give a what you think. My friends, they give me a ton of shit for doing this, but I'm man enough to tell them to eat shit. Unbelievable. Jesus. I could probably go put him down. Hang on. A couple more tips. Let's talk about having your own timeline in life, all right? It's easy to feel like you're falling behind these days. Some of the most famous men in the world didn't figure out this shit until later in life. Steve Carell, he didn't become a household name until he was grabbing sandbag titties in the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Bag of sand?
He was 43. Samuel L. Jackson was 46 when Pulp Fiction came out. Colonel Sanders, yes, the fried chicken guy, didn't start KFC until he was 65. That man should have been retiring somewhere in South Florida. Morgan Freeman, okay, the man became an icon at 52. 52.
I'm God.
Jeff Bezos, king of the internet, possible real-life Batman villain, became a billionaire at 35, which means there's still hope for me and the rest of us. If you're barely holding it together, congrats, you're doing great. If you woke up, drank water, and didn't kill somebody today, then you're winning.
Next.
Try things you might suck at. Learn a language, eat a food, try stand-up comedy, make a YouTube video. You're not gonna like everything, and that's kind of the point. You figure out who you are by trial and error. You gotta risk feeling stupid. Not liking things is half the fun, okay? We're built to explore mentally, physically, spiritually. The minute you stop trying new things is the minute you start dying. Slowly from the inside. Remember, you're never gonna be as young as you are in this moment. One more bonus tip, because clearly I have a lot to say. Stay out of people's business unless they invite you in it. And even then, proceed with caution. You know what people need to learn to do again? Mind their own business. A simple idea that could solve 90% of the world's problems, in my opinion. Back in the day, people knew what a boundary was. Even when someone invites you into their business, you better come in like a house guest. Sometimes people just want to be heard. Most people are not helpful. They just like to feel important. There's a difference. So unless someone says, hey, what do you think? Shut up. And even if they do, shut up. If it ain't your life, it's not your marriage, not your money, not your kid, it's not your problem. Stay out of it, okay? Anyways, listen, there's a lot to unpack there, but moral of the story, the world's a mess, and as long as you're doing your best to not be a shithead, then you're onto something. Anyways, if you made it this far, seriously, as always, thanks for being here. Again, sorry I've been on such a hiatus, but again, I don't sleep much these days, thanks to my son, who's passed out currently. Okay, great. Godspeed. I will see you guys probably next week. I want to say next week. I'm going to try to get back on a schedule. Get my fucking life back in gear. Good to be back.